Hi everyone. Let's try to talk different topics in chemistry by just using one single atom. This is kind of easy because this is the first element in the periodic table. But as we go along to different types of elements, especially those with higher numbers, it will be kind of complicated. But once you completely understand, then I think it will be easier for you. So let's have this hydrogen first. This is the symbol of the atom. Hydrogen is H. The one above here is what we called atomic number. This will tell you the number of proton. Next is number below. This is what we call atomic mass. This will tell you the mass of a certain atom. Now, next one, let's try to answer this. Atomic number, you can see it here. Basically, that is only 1. Atomic number is just equal to proton, so proton will be 1. Electron, if it is an atom, it will be equal to the number of proton. So since proton here is 1, electron will be 1. And neutron. To get the neutron, you just have to do this one. Atomic mass minus proton. Atomic mass is 1, proton is 1. So 1 minus 1, that's equal to 0. Now next is this one here. Group number and period. How to get that one? You just have to look in the periodic table. So I have a periodic table here. Going sideways are the group. Going downward are the period. And you can look at the H here. So group number 1, period 1. Let's write it down. Group number 1, period 1. Next is the valence electron. Valence electron is just equal to group number. So this is 1. Now for the Lewis dot, step 1, write the symbol of the atom, and then the number of dot is equivalent to the number of valence electron. Since the valence electron of the hydrogen is 1, you just have to write down 1 dot. Of course, if the valence electron is 2, then you just have to write 2 dots. But right now, let's focus with hydrogen. Now, next is the Bohr model of a certain atom. How are you going to write this one? First, remember that an atom, there is a nucleus at the center. And inside the nucleus is where we can find proton and neutron. So we could write down like this. Proton is 1. So let's just write down P plus, which represent the proton, and then the number, which is 1. Next is the neutron, and 0. This will represent the number of neutron. And since neutron is 0, then let's just write down 0 here. Next one is the orbital shell surrounding the nucleus. How or how many? Look at the period. Since period is only 1, the orbital shell is only 1. Next is the number of valence electron. Since the valence electron is 1, so we will just draw 1 dot here. So this is now the Bohr model of the hydrogen atom. Next, if a certain element can gain or loses an electron, it becomes ion. Now there are different types of ion. First is cation. Cation tells you if the atom shares or loses an electron. Since electron is negative, and once you loses the negative, then that will become positive. So cation is positive. And next one is shares or loses. Yeah. And the next one is gain an electron. So gaining an electron is what we call an ion. And since you accept electron which is negative, you become negative. So hydrogen can either lose or gain an electron. That's a special that is a special case. So you could write down like this: H plus if it loses or shares an electron, and then H minus if the hydrogen gain an electron. Now, to write down the Bohr model, let's focus about the hydrogen, which loses an electron. So again, since it loses an electron, it becomes positive. So it goes like this. The same process, at the center of the atom, there is a nucleus, and inside the nucleus, there is proton and neutron. So the same number, 1 for proton, 0 for neutron. It won't change at all. The one that will change is just the number of electron. And then, period is only 1, so the orbital shell is only 1. Next, remember, it shares or loses an electron. So, since the electron is 1 here and then loses in the Bohr model ion, we will not be writing anymore a dot. And then, it will represent like this. And remember, it becomes positive. So it will be like this. Now next one is for the bonding. So bonding have different types. We have covalent bond. If you have non-metal plus non-metal together. And then we also have ionic bond. If it's metal plus non-metal. So say for example, we have hydrogen, which is non-metal. And then chlorine, which is non-metal. So they both will form covalent bond. How? First, hydrogen is 1. Cl is group number 7. So there will be 7 dots. So as you can see, since chlorine has only 7, remember the octet rule. Different atoms or different elements will lose or gain an electron to become stable. And hydrogen is only 1. Hydrogen will become stable if there are 2, like this. So both of them will share each electron together and form a covalent bond. So it will become like this. Okay, if we count hydrogen, 1, 2, and then chlorine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it.